Hi everybody, I'm Victor Brick, and welcome to August's Good Old Uncle Vic. I hope everybody's enjoying watching the Olympics as much as I am. Man, there's some great competitions, aren't there? Now, how many of you know the creed of the modern Olympics? The creed of the modern Olympics says the most important thing is not in the winning, but in the taking part. Just like the most important thing in life is not in the triumph, but in the struggle. The essential thing is not to have triumphed, but to have fought well. It was coined by Baron Pierre de Coubertin of France, the father of the modern Olympics. The real champions know this, both in life and in sports, just like Baron Pierre de Coubertin said. One of the greatest Olympic champions of all time was the great Emil Zatopek of Czechoslovakia. Emil won 4 gold medals overall, and in 1952 he did the unprecedented feat of winning the 5,000, the 10,000, and the marathon all in one Olympics. Meanwhile, one of the greatest distance runners of all time was Ron Clarke of Australia, who at one time held 17 world records. However, Clarke could never quite get over the hump and win an Olympic gold medal, losing to the American Billy Mills in one of the greatest upsets in track and field in the 1964 10,000 meters, and falling victim to the altitude in Mexico City and not even finishing the race in the 10,000 in 1968. In 1968, after his Olympic disappointment, Ron Clarke went to visit Emil Zatopek in Czechoslovakia. And they trained together, they went on long leisurely runs together, and they became fast friends. And when Emil Zatopek saw Ron Clarke off at the airport, he gave him a little object in a handkerchief, and then he whispered in his ear, "Not because of our friendship, but because you deserve it." And so when Ron got on the plane, as soon as he could, once the plane was airborne, he got up and went to the bathroom so that nobody would see him, and he opened the handkerchief. And there inside the handkerchief was a gold medal, one of Emil Zatopek's gold medals. And Clarke said that he sat down on top of the toilet seat and cried like a baby. Because Emil Zatopek knew that Ron Clarke, even though he did not win an Olympic gold medal, was a champion. Because he always competed well, he always competed with great courage, and he always gave it everything he had. Because Zatopek knew it was not in the winning, but in the taking part. And the funny thing is that years later, Lynn and I had the pleasure of meeting Ron Clarke when he was the general manager of the world-famous Cannons Health Club in London. And when we asked Ron Clarke about the story of Emil Zatopek and the gold medal, you know what he said? He said, "I have the gold medal in a glass case in my office. Would you like to see it?" We hope you enjoyed this Uncle Vic. And for a text version of this Uncle Vic, or for past fit tips or Uncle Vics, you can visit our website at brickbodies.com. And we close every Uncle Vic with a thought for the day. And the thought for today is the motto of the Special Olympics. And the motto of the Special Olympics is, "Lord, let me be victorious, but if I cannot be victorious, let me be brave in the attempt." Until we meet again, that's it from good old Uncle Vic.